How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's the Brandon Cruz Daily Fantasy Podcast, where I go look alone plays and strategies specifically designed for GPPs. This is a show of people who are already informed on daily fantasy sports and how these contests operate. If you have any questions related to NASCAR isn't a stupid question, feel free to shoot them my way at BrandonCruzDFS on Twitter. Most importantly, take everything you hear with a grain of salt and use your best judgment when making entries. Additionally, if you have a gambling addiction, that's just not my problem. Check your sense spins at the door. We're talking about the Cup Series at Atlanta this weekend. Before we get into that, first and foremost, obviously, if you want to support me, you can find me at Patreon and get my full NASCAR coverage. I already have the projections for the Xfinity Series, projections for the Truck Series, already updated for the Josh Berry news there. And I know some of you guys are getting your stimulus checks, and if you would like to help me out, send it right now. Send it at the beginning of next month, whatever you want to do. If you want to help me out, you can do that. You can also send to a PayPal link, which is in the description below. But let's really dive into it. Let's really talk about it right here. Entering the Cup Series here at Atlanta. This video is coming out a little bit later in the week. I wanted to really mess around with lineups, really mess around with projections, and just, really see what I could get into. See what I'm projecting, who I'm projecting lead laps, who I'm projecting to do well. And let's be honest, we're still all guessing here. Let's not all kid ourselves. My current top projected driver scores right now are Harvick, Larson, Bowman, Elliott, Kyle Busch, Truex, and Blaney. Those are the guys that I have projected for the most points right now. Now, that'll fluctuate heavily depending on who scores the fast laps, who scores laps led in the race on Sunday. Right now, I would have to assume that Kevin Harvick is going to show up and race. It's not Stewart-Haas, people. Stewart-Haas is not terrible. They're just guessing on setups like everybody else is, and they're usually going off of what Harvick is doing because that's their crown car. Okay, if that setup seems to be a bit off, then that's why everybody else seems to be a bit off. But look, if there's a track out there that's gonna help Harvick out, no matter what he's racing, no matter when he's going, it's Atlanta. If you look at how many fast laps, how many laps led, how much he dominates this race, if you want to throw that word back out, dominator. The definition of a dominator is what Kevin Harvick typically does at Atlanta. Now, I don't have him leading the whole race. I currently have him right now leading around 80 laps, probably getting around 60 fast laps. Could be a bit more, could be a bit less, but that's where I have him right now, and I still have him outscoring Larson. Another guy that I like this week is Kyle Larson, as I just said. I think it's going to be the Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick show if those guys tend to roll off the trailer, as I think they will. They should be the fastest cars on the track. They should be battling each other there. Other guys that I have projected lead laps, Martin Truex Jr. right now, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, and Kyle Busch to an extent. Maybe not laps led, but fast laps. Those are the guys that I'm looking at to score the fast laps and laps led. It's going to be that group of drivers. You already see the 7 that I have here, and this is just showing you that what I'm projecting right now. I don't know if this will change by the time I get my projections up later tonight and really start making lineups and really, or not tonight, probably Saturday afternoon. It'll either be Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. The projections will be out on Patreon, and I still got a little messed around to do. I think it'll probably stay this way to where it's these guys that I'm projecting to get the most amount of laps led and fast laps, but it could change here. But it all depends on what you do with Kevin Harvick. If I'm going to be playing Kevin Harvick this weekend, I'm probably going to play another 20 lineups, probably 15, 10, 20. I'll end up somewhere in the range of 15, 20 lineups in the main 15 GPP, and I assume that I'm going to get a lot of Harvick, probably around 50, 60% of him there. If I'm not playing him, it opens the door up for a lot of different lineup constructions. The 9K is just stacked, really. If I'm not playing Harvick, I'm going to be playing very balanced. And here, I'll scroll down, because I'm not really going to talk about a lot of the guys back here, so I'll show you. I guess I need to get rid of the 40 car, because they're not here. But looking at the 9K range, you have Hamlin starting first. I personally don't think he's going to do very well. He might lead up until the first competition caution, but I do think he gets passed by either Logano, Keselowski, Elliott. So I think somebody passes Hamlin within the first 5 laps once it goes green. So I don't project Hamlin to do well. But if you see him leading a good portion of the laps, you can look at him. Chase Elliott, I'm already telling you, I'm liking Chase Elliott. He's 9,800. Martin Truex Jr. 9,600. I like him as well. 2 lead laps. Logano starting third, 9,400. Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney should be a guy who gets fast laps. Like, this is a Ryan Blaney type of track. Starting 10th, 9,200. William Byron, $9,000 flat, starting 9th. Offers a great place differential. Can get laps led. Can get fast laps. We've seen him do that before. Alex Bowman, starting 14th, $8,800. Okay? I mean, this is Atlanta Auto Club. These are the types of tracks that I look at people like Blaney, people like Bowman, people like Larson, people like Harvick. I have to trust that those guys are going to be guys who lead laps. If you want to throw some fast laps towards Kurt Busch, I don't mind doing that either. Tyler Reddick, I think he can gain some fast laps here. Maybe not dominate the race, maybe not lead the race, but I think Reddick's going to get fast laps here. And I love races like this to where I can project a lot of people. I hate making videos for it because it just sounds like I'm over everyone. And really I am. I'm going to make a lot of lineups going in different directions. Let's go and look at the value plays, or at least the guys that I think are going to carry some ownership. Let's scroll all the way down. I think really the only place to really go, I don't know how many people are going to get to Tyler Reddick at $8,400. I'd much rather try and get guys who can lead laps and get fast laps. Or who can win the race. I don't think Reddick wins the race, but starting 29th, he's a safe play. If you're playing cash, if you want a safe guy, I like Tyler Reddick to be safe. Cole Custer, starting 27th, even if he runs the setup that Harvick runs, I don't know if he can get it done. I don't know if he can run that well. I mean, right now I have Cole projected, anywhere pretty much 20th. Anywhere from 20th to 20th. That's where I have Cole projected. I think that's his ceiling, really. He struggled last year in the race with practice at Atlanta, finished 19th there. If you've seen how he's ran at Homestead earlier this year, struggled. It's the same thing with Stewart Haas. But you never saw him really get past the point of being a top 15 contender, and those are at tracks that aren't as abrasive as Atlanta. They aren't as difficult to race at Atlanta. So 7,600 for Cole Custer, I think that's a place I'm going to get away from, not just because I think he's going to carry a lot of ownership, but just because I don't really think he works all that well. I don't mind Austin Cindric, 8,600 starting dead last. He should, because he's going to have laps on it. It's going to be the same thing as kind of Josh Berry in the Truck Series and Xfinity. I think the laps in the low downforce Xfinity car, if you want to look at it that way, having nearly 200 laps on the track already, basically having practice, starting dead last, he can tell the team what is going on. And he's going to be in a Penske car. He's going to be on the third Penske team. He should slide anywhere between 18th to 15th in this race. I would not be surprised if he gets a bit better because he does have practice. He knows what the car does. I'm sure he's going to relay information to the Cup team and tell him what he wants in this car. I like Austin Cindric a lot. I don't mind that chalk. I'd much rather go to Cindric than Cole Custer. That's just me. I'm fine with Tyler Reddick as well. You can see that I'm not really a fan of anybody. I'm either a fan of getting guys who I think can lead laps or not. So Truex Jr., Keselowski, Elliott, Larson, Harvick, I like these guys. Don't like Christopher Bell. I like Byron, like Blaney, like Kurt Busch, Stenhouse Jr. I think he loses too many positions to get in the optimal lineup. Austin Dillon, if he holds his position here and if he runs well, his pricing is just the issue. $7,300, I don't know how many people are going to have that amount of money left because I think people are going to be paying up for 2 to 3 guys in the 9 and 10K range, and then they're going to be going straight down to the 5K range to try and get people like Suarez, maybe McDowell, Buescher, Priest. And so Austin Dillon yet again falls in that no man's land of 7,300. I would not go out of my way to get Austin Dillon. If I land on him, it's because I'm building a lineup specifically so I can fit Austin Dillon in. And even with that, I think he gets outscored. What do I have Austin Dillon projected at right now? A little peek behind the curtain. Peek behind the velvet rope, 38.35 DK points. That's what I have Austin Dillon projected at right now. Continuing on, I already said I like Alex Bowman. Bubba Wallace, I think this team struggles here. I really think Bubba struggles here. I'm giving him a 20th place finish. Is that crazy? Is that bad? Is he going to get fired at 20th? Probably, maybe. Is he going to get out of my lineup at 20th? Yeah, I'm not going to play him there. I don't like his price. He's too expensive this weekend. He was perfect last weekend, $7,400 for this. Starting 15th, I think he falls back through the field. I don't think he gets a top 15 finish. I don't think you can really work with Bubba Wallace. Let's see, continuing. Where is Eric Almirola? Did I just pass over him? I think I did. Eric Almirola, $8,000. Same situation here. I don't see him really forcing his way into the top 10. If you look at, I mean, I don't even look at track history a ton, other than really Harvick, but this has never been an Eric Almirola track. If you look at how he's ran at the, I mean, fine, he ran 8th at Fontana last year. He's fine at Darlington, running 12th to 7th, depending on what race it is. And then, I don't like it, man. I don't like it. It could be a miss here. I'm just not getting much Eric Almirola in the lineups that I'm coming up with right now early on or midday on a Friday. I'm going to have to go out of my way to get Eric Almirola, and he is not a person I really want to go out of my way with. I probably won't have any Eric Almirola ownership. Chris Buescher, Michael McDowell, yet again, we're in the same situation to where maybe Anthony Alfredo. I might have some Anthony Alfredo this weekend at 5,500, but I'm not really interested in going under 5,800 for my value plays, and so that's going to yet again push me into territory of Chris Buescher, Michael McDowell, Stenhouse, Suarez, even Ross Chastain. So if I had to play a guy, I'd kind of prefer McDowell over Buescher, despite the fact that Buescher ran so well at Homestead. I think that was more of a fluke. Should be a bit cooler at this race. We saw Buescher's car kind of fall off when it got cooler in the day at Homestead, so that's kind of why I'd lean more to Michael McDowell. Like Kyle Busch starting 19th. I think he's going to run really well. I think he can get fast laps in this race. I don't know how quick it is, but Kyle Busch, even at 10-7, starting 19th, what is he going to do? Pass, 15, 16, 17 cars, maybe 14 cars by the end of this race? My bad. Yeah, he's starting 19th. I mean, anywhere from 9th to 4th, I'd be fine with. And if he's getting 9th to 4th, he's running fast laps. Like, he's not just getting there out of sheer luck. He's getting there because the car's getting quicker. And we've seen Kyle Busch slowly get better without the practice. Sure, it takes the whole race. But I think Kyle Busch is going to be there at the end. I think this race goes green. We're going to see a lot of tire wear. And I feel like that just helps Kyle Busch out. If everybody's struggling with a loose setup, it doesn't... How do I put this? Without practice, obviously, he's kind of always behind. But if everybody's going to struggle at this race, if everybody's going to be really loose, have a lot of tire wear, it kind of evens the field out more. And I think that's the reason I'm higher on Kyle Busch this weekend than normal. Matt DiBenedetto, just, if I get to him, I get to him. $8,100. Same thing with Eric Almirola. I don't see him really going many places. Maybe top 15 at max. If that's the case, I don't think he's optimal. Ross Chastain, if you want to believe the Truck Series race will do anything to help him here, which these cars race more like the trucks than the Xfinity Series, so at least he's going to have the time on the track in the Truck Series the day before. I think this might be a week that I get some Ross Chastain. He's horrible. He's bad. Jason, I know he's your man, and I know I'm harsh on Ross Chastain. I call him a moron. He races people hard, and he does race people hard. But I might just have to default to Ross Chastain and lineups at $6,600, and I don't really want to do that. My alternative is to go Daniel Suarez for $100 less. That's probably what I'm going to do. But I expect to have some Ross Chastain just to try and get off of Daniel Suarez. Just so I don't have 100% of Daniel Suarez in these lineups. Eric Jones, I think he kind of stays where he at. If he gains 2 positions or whatnot, that's not going to be enough. Ryan Preece is cheap enough at $5,800 to, if he can just hold on, if he can get up to 17th, somewhere around there, he's going to probably be optimal. I don't know if he gets there. This is a track that he's always struggled at. He struggles at these high wear races. That's rough, dude. Looking at all last year, he was absolutely horrible at these types of tracks. Even at Darlington, even at Fontana. God, dude, all he has to do is pass 5 cars, and he'll probably be optimal. I don't even know if he can do that. Chase Briscoe, I think he struggles here. This is a challenging racetrack, and we've seen Chase Briscoe struggle a lot this year. Not a big fan. Suarez, I've already said I'm going to have a lot of Suarez. He's probably my favorite guy in that price range. Haley, maybe. Cole Custer, as I said, I'm not really interested in. Ryan Newman, It's probably going to be the Custer and Newman chalk this week. Get that all updated there. And I can't even spell it correctly. Look at me. Unbelievable. Hashtag, oh my lord, hashtag roll tide. Because I can't spell. Ryan Newman starting 28th. $7,100. Probably the safest play here. Don't know how well he's going to do. If he moves up to, 25th to 22nd, maybe if he squeezes into and he just holds on to 19th or 18th, maybe that's enough. I don't know how much ownership I'm going to have to these two guys. Not necessarily because I don't like them. I just don't think I'm going to be there. I just don't think I'm going to get there in price ranges, in their price range. So that's just me. I mean, Cole Custer, 76, Ryan Newman, 71. It's rough. And then, yet again, going back to Austin Dillon, if I think No Man's Land is really going to be 7,000, then maybe I do play Austin Dillon. Because if you're in that 7K range, here you're going to play more. Cole Custer, Newman, or Austin Dillon. Maybe Austin Dillon is the place to go there. Not a whole lot of ownership going to him. I can already see that happening. Might have to throw Dillon in one or two lineups. But that's really it. The guys in the back I'm not really interested in. Anthony Alfredo, I'm probably going to be very popular this week at $5,500. About the only good play in this range. He'll gain you, 5, 6, 7 positions at max. Probably run 28 to 27th. I think he struggles here, but starting 32nd, if he gets up to 27. What do I have? Anthony Alfredo, slow pasta as I call him. What do I have him projected for 21 points? That's nice. Good job, Alfredo. probably the best projection in that price range of where he's at. But that's really it. I like Cindric starting dead last. Probably the safest play. Probably going to be very popular. Just because people don't want to try and guess at who's going to lead laps and everything like that. So that's really it. I wish I could do more, but it's just going to be who you guess or who you project to lead the most amount of laps. And you could be right, could be wrong. You can make a case for a lot of people in the 10K range, a lot of people in the 9K range. And if you want to see where I'm at Sunday morning, tune in 10 a.m. Eastern, this channel right here. I'm going to be with Pierce Dietrich, Race for the Prize, doing another live show. We got another live show on Saturday covering both the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series at 12:30 Eastern Time. So come in, check us out, ask us questions, and see where we're at Sunday. I want to see what a lot of the public says. I haven't listened to anybody other than Pierce's video this week on this, so I don't know who people are projecting lead laps. I'm sure it's going to be Kevin Harvick. Well, I would guess right now, haven't listened to anybody else, I would guess Harvick is going to be very popular. I don't know if people are going to be, well, he's sucked this year, don't play him. Last thing here, the ownership, these last 2 weeks it's been really, really interesting. It's been very even across the board. A lot of people in the 30s, a lot of people in the 20s for people who could project to lead laps. So nobody knows what's going on. We're just trying to do the best we can here. But thank you guys so much for listening. I'll talk to you guys later. Here's a shorter video for you. A lot shorter than the 30, 40-minute videos that I normally do. But thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. And check us out on the live show. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Oh, yes, I do. Dirt Bristol next week. A lot of drivers flying in and out of Atlanta. Keep that in mind. So some might be fatigued, some might be tired. Just another thing to throw in there. Pro Invitational Wednesday. Have no idea if DraftKings is going to do anything. No freaking clue. If they do, I'm going to cover it. If they don't, obviously I don't. Dirt Bristol is going to be a freaking mess. I can't wait to ramble on next week about that. But that's what I wanted to mention. So thank you guys for watching. We'll talk to you later.